Pop culture is filled with famous taxi rides. From iconic scenes in movies to music videos, these yellow cabs are practically a Hollywood staple. And today, we're going to take a ride through some of our favorites. As always, though, before we get started, we would love it if you took a sec to show your support. Anyway, grab your seatbelts, pop your collars, and get ready for 10 more facts about famous taxi rides through pop culture. Number 10. Get on the floor. In the 2006 comedy Cars, Sally the Porsche mistakenly takes Lightning the Lightning McQueen to the wrong place, leading them to Fillmore, a massive junkyard that serves as the home of the legendary Hudson Hornet. It's here that Lightning meets his hero and learns that there is more to life than just racing. The film's director, John Lasseter, has said that he wanted the audience to feel like they were on a joyride with the characters, which is why the filmmakers included so many exciting and humorous set pieces along the way. Number 9. Don't talk to the driver. In the 2008 romantic comedy Forgetting Sarah Marshall, a heartbroken man travels to Hawaii to try and get over his recent breakup. He soon finds himself falling for another woman, but his ex shows up unexpectedly and complicates things. One of the film's most memorable scenes takes place in a taxi where the heartbroken protagonist is giving relationship advice to a stranger, only to realize at the end of the conversation that she is actually his fiancée. Talk about awkward? No. 8. How much do I owe you? In the 1994 film Pulp Fiction, two hitmen are sent to retrieve a briefcase from a man who owes money to their boss. What they do and know is that the man has recently died and the briefcase is now in the hands of his widow. The hitmen take the widow and her friend for a ride in a taxi, where they engage in a conversation about the nature of their profession. It's a tense and uncomfortable ride that ends in disaster for everyone involved. Number 7. Are you enjoying the little things? In the 2013 comedy, This Is the End, a group of friends are having a party at James Franco's house when the RS begin to shake. They soon realize that the end of the world is happening and they have to make their way to safety. Along the way, they take a taxi driven by a mysterious woman who seems to be immune to the chaos around them. As they drive, the woman engages in small talk with her passengers, asking them if they are enjoying the little things in life. It's a strange and surreal scene that is both funny and thought-provoking. No. 6. Hold my hand. In the 1983 classic Fast Times at Ridgemont High, a group of high school students navigate the ups and downs of teenage life, including first loves, broken relationships, and academic pressures. One of the most iconic scenes takes place in a car where two students, Mark and Stacy, share a kiss after they had just met. Their moment is interrupted by Mark's friend, Jeff, who accidentally lets out a loud burp. It's a hilarious moment that perfectly captures the awkwardness and humor of first love. No. 5. You've got a lot of guts. In the 1999 teen comedy, She's All That, a popular jock makes a bet that he can turn any ordinary girl into the prom queen. He sets his sights on a nerdy and unassuming girl and begins to give her a makeover. As they spend time together, they develop feelings for each other, but he soon realizes that he may have made a mistake. The film follows their relationship as they prepare for the prom and learn important lessons about themselves and each other. Number 4. Jump in the water. In the 1994 action film Speed, a bus is hijacked by a terrorist who threatens to detonate a bomb unless the driver keeps out of the vehicle moving at or above 50 miles per hour. Keanu Reeves plays the driver who must use all of his skills to keep the bus moving, while Sandra Bullock plays a police officer who tries to negotiate with the terrorist. One of the film's most intense scenes takes place on a bridge, where the bus goes off the road and hangs precariously over the edge. The driver must keep the bus moving forward to prevent it from falling, while the police officer sneaks onto the bus to try and save the passengers. It's a heart-stopping sequence that will leave you on the edge of your seat. No. 3. Another hole in one. In the 1980 comedy Airplane 2, the sequel, the crew of a plane that survived a terrorist attack in the previous film are back in the air for another adventure. When they hit turbulence, the pilot decides to land the plane in a nearby lake, but they soon find themselves in a race against time to get everyone out before it sinks. One of the funniest scenes takes place in a taxi where a passenger is trying to hail a cab while talking on the phone. The driver keeps ignoring him, thinking that he's just another drunk passenger. But when he finally realizes that he's being stood up, he decides to take matters into his own hands. No, too. That's a very beautiful song. In the 1982 drama, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, a sheriff and the madam of a local whorehouse strike a deal to keep the business running in exchange for his protection. Their arrangement is threatened when a TV reporter becomes suspicious of the sheriff's activities. One of the film's most memorable scenes takes place in a taxi where the sheriff and the madam are being followed by the reporter and his cameraman. The driver of the taxi is unaware that he is being stalked and continues to drive them around town. When the reporter finally reveals himself, the sheriff uses his badge to intimidate the driver into giving them a ride to the whorehouse. All right, we made it to No. 1, and coming in at the top spot, anyone from the band Spinal Tap. In the 1984 mockumentary, This Is Spinal Tap, the members of a fictional heavy metal band are followed around by a documentary filmmaker as they tour the United States. The film is a hilarious satire of the rock and roll lifestyle and the music industry. One of the funniest scenes takes place in a hotel room where the band's manager is trying to get them to calm down so they can go to sleep. The members of the band, however, are too excited about their upcoming performance and refuse to go anywhere. The manager eventually gives up and goes to bed, leaving the band to continue their party. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an upload.